Top of the day to you all. Welcome to the second lesson on SED 226, Industrial Processes, Operation and Application. We are still on Mode 1, Industrial Chemical Processes. I'm your facilitator, Dr. Daniel Oludipe, and you may reach me on daniel.oludipe@gmail.com. We are going to discuss lesson 2 of the course, SED 226.
It's 12 hours.
In lesson 1, we discussed the processes of manufacturing ammonia and sulfuric acid. In this lesson 2, we shall be talking about electroplating. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to explain electroplating, process of electroplating. What is electroplating? Also known as electrode position. Electroplating is using a small sheet of metal in an electrolytic cell to coat another object. It is used to protect objects from damage against rusting and corrosion of metals. The chemistry behind electroplating is this. The item to be plated by the metal gets the negative charge and is put into a salt solution of the metal being used to plate the object. The metal being used to plate the item has a positive charge and is placed in the same solution. Therefore, the object to be plated is the cathode, and the metal to be used to plate the item is the anode. Because of this, electroplating is an electrolytic cell, since the electrons are flowing from positive to negative, where the metal to be plated is being reduced and the metal being used in the process is being oxidized. With the electrons flowing, it is just the law of attraction. In our elementary science, whether general science or integrated science, we say the unlike terms, they attract, while the like terms repel. So in electroplating, you talk about positive charge, negative charge. So they will attract each other at the end of the day. The one that will be used to plate another object will attract each other, the one that will be used to plate the object, so that the electroplating will be done. The positive ions from the salt solution and the metal being used to plate stick onto the object being placed, since it is negatively charged, which contains a dissolved metal salt, e.g. an ion of the metal being used to plate and the other ion which acts to permit the flow of electricity through the circuit. So this is just the diagram of the process of electroplating. Direct current is supplied to the anode, oxidizing its metal atoms and dissolving them in the electrolyte solution. The dissolved metal ions are reduced at the cathode, placing the metal onto the item. A simple example of the electroplating process is the electroplating of copper, in which the metal to be plated, copper, is used at the anode, and the electrolyte solution contains the ion of the metal to be plated, that is the copper 2 ion. In this example, copper goes into solution at the anode as it is plated at the cathode. A constant saturation of copper 2 ion is maintained in the electrolyte solution surrounding the electrode. As you can see, the anode, the equation there, the cathode, the equation there. So this is the diagrammatic expression of electroplating of copper. Are you getting it now? This is the copper that needs to be plated now. It's at the cathode. While the ion of the copper that will be used to plate the copper is at the anode. So when the battery is switched on, electron flows, as you can see, flows from the anode, the copper ion, and into the copper at the cathode for proper electroplating. Before we conclude this lesson, let me give you some seconds to attend these questions. Explain any 4 benefits of electroplating. With the aid of equation, explain the process of electroplating of copper. In this lesson, we've learned the concept of electroplating and its process. Before I bid you bye, please let us take a short test. Identify any 6 common uses of electroplating, methods used, and their applications. For our next class, I want you to reflect on sound and its application. Of course, this prepares us for the next class. You can get these pieces of information from your lecture material. All the topics discussed so far, make sure you read them up also to enhance your understanding of the knowledge. Read them up in your lecture material. Until when we meet next class for Unit 3 of this course, do have a great day.